we War Thunder all of yesterday as well? Okay, no wait, that's the previous video. Live. No. Live. No. Yes. Correct. Let's just live stream the whole setup. How about that? Hello? Yes? Let's see. Back to that's odd. That should be 120. What are you doing? Oh, it's back. Okay. Oh, good. The bloody restream has been being a pain lately. I don't know why. Like, it was initially set to no game because restream game selection stuff is terrible. And then it was set to... then I changed it to iRacing, and when I changed the title... Mike is no longer distant. But why is the frame rate tanking? Why is that frame rate tanking? This is more important than qualifying. I need to work out what's going on here. Let's just ditch the wheel. Because I suspect that multi-adapter compatibility is probably making some problems happen. Apparently I'm not allowed to update the title. Cool. Come on, Restream. Be a bit less terrible. That's really frustrating. Anyway, right. What graphics adapter is this using right now? Settings. Encoder software. Should we try the hardware encoder? Let's see. Yeah, okay. Some combination of what I just did has got the frame rate back. That's good. That's better. Welcome back to Sebring. We're doing the 217 at Sebring again. Must be one of the most common combos I've done. But the 12 hours is tomorrow. I can quali within those times if I can stop being an idiot. Do I have enough time left to quali? Yes. I have barely done any warm-up today, so I'm probably going to be all over the place. Yesterday, I went from 8th to 4th, which I was pretty pleased with. I mean, I was doing without it. And also, close the curtain so I can see. Because it is dark. Yeah, Leon has put together a lovely setup for this car. Like, it's so nice. It's the first time I've ever found this car fun at Sebring. Normally it's just a nightmare. It barely stays on the track. But this time around, I've actually got a fun car. Right, this is my first and only timed lap. So I just need to be smooth. I just need to get a lap in. It's probably going to be a 48 because I can't afford to push. So, really fast people are doing 45s around here. Fast people are doing 46s. I can do 47s reasonably comfortably, but I'll probably be doing 48s, 49s in the race. One thing you'll notice is I'm a lot more confident with the throttle on corner exits than I used to be. That was wide. Okay, let's see how we've done.
One more lap.
It'll be a 48, won't it? Yeah, 48 too. Pretty crap. My best is a 47.1, but I'm not doing that today, it doesn't look like. Now, what kind of field? Oh, I'm iRating number 3. Awesome, I'm going to lose iRating this race. I have an iRating of 2.1k at the moment, it's insane. Like, I have no right to have the iRating that I have. That had me worried for a moment, the sudden dip in frame rate. Right, I should put some fuel back in this thing. Brrrr. There we go. Fuel. And here we go. Right, no tyres.
Line up on the right side. Pit road
And
is
we're going to need
closed.
approximately 30 litres at the stop. So how about the bus then? What do you reckon to that? I've given my thoughts on it in a Steam review and on Velasfilm as well now. So I think I've kind of summed up what I think about it. I'm curious. I think I have a better idea now of what their mod tools are going to be like. It looks to me like they're intending for you to make the entire map in Blender or another 3D modeling software, import it into the Unreal Engine, and then use their mod tools to do things like setting up the traffic lanes and traffic lights and interactive items and things like that. Which makes sense. Yeah, that's what I suspect they're doing with them. I could be wrong. But to an extent that makes me feel a bit better about where I'm going with mine, because mine is designed in a very, very different way to that. Is that not centered?
Dylan, can you hear me?
Apparently that's centered. Oh yeah, it is.
Yep.
It's just the steering wheel's a long way off to the side. Fair enough, I guess.
Good enough, guys?
Yeah, it's just Restream being an arse. You know, I'll leave that there. Restream has been being a real arse lately, but I haven't found a better option. And I can't change it now because now I'm on the move. Yes, welcome to my sim. It's changed a lot since you last saw it. I've decided to make it a massively multiplayer online racing game. I'm just testing out the last few bits and bobs. Oh, hello. F. What happened there? Did that actually happen, or was that just, like, extreme netcode? I think the guy who was involved in it is still running around up at the front there. So I think that was just a lot of netcode.
Sorry about that. I'm really sorry. That's my fault. My fault.
I'm really not expecting much from this race, because I haven't been doing great in practice, and I didn't do a good quali lap. But it's the last day before the 12 hours, so I do need to get some more race practice in. Oh no, P3's gone.
Where are the LMP guys?
It must have been P3 that happened to.
Where are the LMP?
So was it this guy? Who was it who died?
I don't know.
It was the Red Bull guy, wasn't it?
Thank you anyway, Nick. No problem. Oh, really nice car, mate. Nice skin.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
I assume that if Formula One cars weren't subject to quite so many regulations, they'd probably look a lot more like LMP cars. And it's like having the wheels exposed to the airflow is not particularly efficient.
About to go green. Stay focused.
Right. Oh boy, here we go. Let's die.
The pace car is off. Be ready.
Say,
Green
dude.
flag. Green flag.
Nailed it! Absolutely nailed it. Front and rear damage before even reaching the first corner.
Car right.
Ooh, I'm steering.
Keep to the left. Clear on the right. Right side. Keep to the left. Clear.
Okay.
You got a slow car on the left. Slow car ahead. Go
Well,
right.
that's the
Car
entire
right.
field
Go
gone.
right. You're on the left. Rewind. Clear.
Come on, it was the third lap at Bathurst.
Gary, are you blind?
Made up a lot of
Don't
positions
drive it
there.
back.
Oh,
Are you
yes,
blind?
that one corner is the spooky one on cold tyres.
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Still there, hold your line. Clear. Left side. Stay on the right. Clear on the left.
Whew. I think I've warmed the tyres up a little now. I wonder where I've ended up after all that. Oh god, I have so much aero damage.
Thanks.
Still
Oh.
there, hold your line. Clear on the right. Clear
Thanks.
on the right. Go right.
Get into higher splits, they said. You'll get cleaner racing, they said.
Car on your left.
Oh, I've got
There, hold
no
your line.
front aero.
Clear.
Yep. Straight into the side of me and then straight into the wall. P8 after all that.
You got a slow car on the left.
Oh, he's going.
Go right.
Most of the setups I've tested around here are just death. And I think that most of the people around here are on death setups. But this setup, like Leon made this setup, and it's so nice. The only place it's sketchy is this corner on lap 1. And that's it. The rest of the entire lap, it is not sketchy in the slightest.
Fucking dickhead.
You get reported for that.
Yeah, reported for that. Right.
Yeah, that was my fault. That was kind of
Wow, I'm so slow on the straight.
I didn't get a single incident with that one.
Like, I think that's the only place the damage is showing up is the straight.
Car on your left. Clear on the left. Car on. Still there. Clear on the right.
Thank you. And he died. Yeah, that was a nice little cutback. And then he died.
I swear, neck code is horrible.
Did not leave a car's worth of extra braking room into the hairpin. To be fair, he decided to lock up and go off instead of going into the back of me, so you know, that is that's appreciated. Oh god, that the car just started rotating. There was nothing I could do. I could feel it starting to happen, and I was just a passenger for the rest of it. I just had to wait for it to settle again. Past the cone. understeer. Probably am half a second up on my best first lap. First sector, rather. See, if you just put slightly too much weight onto it as you're going round to the left onto that open concrete area before you turn into the right, if you put slightly too much weight on the right hand side of the car, then when you turn again it flicks back at you. So I should be brushing the rev limiter at the end of that straight, and I'm not coming anywhere near. I definitely have aero damage. Well, I can't afford to stop for repairs anyway, it's only a 45-minute race. But I have 15 laps left on this tank. The guy behind me is all over me. I mean, obviously I could pit early, but I don't think that would put me in any better stead, because then I'd just be back with the GTs. And yes, there will be GT traffic very soon, I would think. It must be coming up on them now. Yeah, they're 25 seconds in front of me. I love the downforce there. Oh, one of the P2s just murdered P10 in the GTD class.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Can't do the same thing again, he did it too late. I mean, he was catching me quite consistently over the last couple of laps, which I'm not surprised by, partly because I'm not driving particularly well, and partly because I do have aero damage. Yes. Yes. Everything in OMSI is written in runtime interpreted script. Like, just the extra overhead from, like, interpreting everything at runtime. That can't be good. Like, all the suspension physics, all of the gearbox stuff, all the engine stuff, everything is interpreted at runtime.
Right side. Clear on the right.
It's why I'm leaning towards, for my one, just, you can do, one of the nice things about C# is you can do just-in-time compiling with it, and basically my intention is for user scripts to be written in C#, just with a certain set of namespaces exposed to it. And then at load time, rather than during running, it compiles the scripts, and then they're just compiled scripts like any other script. That's my intention anyway. But yeah, I suspect that's probably why OMSI performs so badly. It's just because everything is runtime interpreted scripts. Yeah. So my intention is to have built into the game a library of scripts that users can use for common behaviours, so things like rotating stuff and basic gearboxes and engines and that sort of thing will all just be done using a library of built-in scripts with a set of parameters. So all you do is you say this is my peak horsepower at this RPM, or you define a curve or something, and then it's just a pre-made script does the rest for you.
You got a slow car on the left.
And then if you want to
You got a slow
write your
car on
own
the left.
custom behaviour, you write your own C# script which implements the same interface. Interfaces is probably given the best way to
Why
do
do
it.
fucking LMP cars have to die from every fucking corner? It's incredible to race with you.
Car stop on the right.
Fucking dickhead.
Left side, go left. Clear on the
Has
left.
this guy heard of multi-class before? Of course the LMPs are going to dive bomb every single corner. You're all slow as shit.
Car on your left. Clear. Car
It's
on your
not
left.
like defending from another car of your class.
Car on your left. Clear.
What the fuck, man?
Left side. Clear on the left.
Like, I'm fighting... Oh god! Jesus
We're unable to drive
Christ.
We're unable to overtake correctly, then go fucking back to the be honest with you.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Ugh. GTs. Like, once an LMP is signalled they're going for the move, they're going for the move. Get out the way.
Having a cut that damage you got people do that.
When did I drop to P9? I thought it was like P7 for a while. Hold on. That was the sound of the rear axle locking, in case you're wondering. When that happens, it's spooky. Maybe I should tweak the brake bias forwards. 0.1. Yeah, maybe I should tweak the brake bias forwards. 0.1. Somebody's dead. Whoa. Angry car. Yes, I've clearly been taking lessons from the best, haven't I? Like, more anger equals faster. That's how it works. I think we're clear of all the GTDs now. So that just leaves the GTEs. See what happens at the pit stop. The gaps I've got around me are gaps that could easily be made or lost in a good pit stop. Turned in too early and made a great big hash of that. I'd just distribute the default script source code. Just make a GitHub repository with all the default scripts in it, so it can be used as either as a basis for other people's scripts or as just examples. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the hope would be that the default scripts would be good enough for almost all circumstances, but, you know, for things like trying to make... Let's use a specific example. If I made a... I could make an automatic transmission script, which could be... with some appropriate sound stuff set up, used to make either a VoIP or a ZF transmission. For instance, make a good enough representation of either of them. There will be no use for an iShift. So yeah, the hope would be that the default scripts will be good enough to cover a lot of cases. I don't really know the inner mechanicals. They're both automatics with torque converters. But like, if you just want to get your bus in game, what you do is you choose the automatic gearbox script and you set your gear ratios and you're away, and that's it. Seven laps. And here come the GTEs. Traffic makes everything more fun. Also, if I can get to the end of this race pretty cleanly from now on... that was me. That was old me doing this sector. I've had a lot of trouble in that sector before. Okay. And see, that's the reason why I need to provide that degree of user customizability. Because I don't know that. Though obviously all OMSI gearboxes are just voids underneath. And they do a pretty good job of representing ZFs. Though not such a good job of representing I-shifts. Yeah, if all the... I suspect that all of the bus's physics problems could probably be fixed by a competent mod maker. Because, well, it depends. Like, if a bus is basically a scene which is loaded additively, which would explain why you can't load more than one of them at a time, but if a bus is basically a scene that's loaded additively, then that means that you can do whatever the hell you want with it. You could introduce whatever scripts or physics you like. Like, you could make a fighter jet if you wanted to.
Left side, clear.
Yeah, we just don't know. But that one isn't even on the roadmap until release.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left. Car on your left. Clear on the left. Car stopped ahead.
That's not something you ever want to hear. Oh god.
You got a slow car on the left. Go right.
Sorry, Daniel.
Car stopped ahead.
Oh, and again. What's going on this lap? Just GTs, I guess.
Not sure I would do it.
Left side. Clear.
This looks fun. He said no.
Left side. Clear on the left. Car on your left. Clear. Go right. Car right. Still
I
there.
did not touch him.
Clear on
This
the
guy
right.
boxing me? No, he was leaving me room.
Car on your left. Clear.
Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, yep. Everything's fine. Nothing could possibly have gone wrong. 4 laps at the line.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Yeah, I wonder how their direction they're taking is going to pay off. I hadn't realised that they didn't even have world-building tools inside the Unreal Engine. They just built everything in Blender or similar, and then set it up for the game in Unreal Engine. It's going to be 3 laps at the line, presumably. Can't do that, still need under lockdown. I have clearly completely missed the context of that. Sorry, my brain is focused on not dying rather than talking. Ooh, traction control noises. This guy's been gradually catching me for the whole race.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Yeah, there's a good full of yet.
Fuel, 2.2. Might need to coast.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
And a tiny bit of coasting there. One, 2.0 at the line. This is going to be close. I might squeeze an extra lap in. Just doing the teeniest, tiniest bit of lifting and coasting. Just a tiny bit of lifting and coasting.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
We've got more GTs.
Left side. The lead is fitting now. Clear.
Let's go for it. he's going for it too.
Position.
Calm down, Tobias.
It's a race to see who runs out of fuel. If you're ever racing against me at Sebring, that's the best place to pass me because I'm not confident on the brakes there. Oh boy.
Surely no have you pitted?
The leader's pitting now. The leader's pitting now.
Fuck. Oh, that was the perfect pit entry. Don't even at me. Don't think I need that much.
You're now in third.
"39 seconds of repairs. No wonder this thing's slow in a straight line. Bloody hell."
All clear. Punch it.
Yeah, that cost me. Don't think I've ever slid into anyone's DMs quite like that.
Sorry.
Your phone.
Sorry, Andrew.
Oh, they've managed another lap. And they fueled much less than me. Like, the combination of that terrible entry with taking too much fuel, I have really lost out here. find out at the end of the race how much fuel I should have put in. I don't think there are any more positions coming my way on pit sequence though. No, there aren't. And because of the damage, I don't think that there's any positions coming my way on speed either. So it's just death. That is true, I will be running increased fuel consumption with the damaged aero, won't I? Because I'll be spending more time at full throttle, and it's the amount of time you spend that costs you fuel, not distance.
Right side. Clear. Really?
I wonder if I'll gain or lose I rating from this one, and safety rating for that matter. I think I've got 5x? 6x? No, it'll be like 7x, won't it? Because I got a 2x for contact with somebody who then went into a wall. I got the 4x at the start, and I think I've had a 1x off track as well. After you've slowed once in a corner, it just keeps trying to go. And yeah, that pit stop really, really cost me. I think I'm going to be safe enough in the 12 hours tomorrow, though. I was worried that I wasn't going to be safe enough. Then Leon made this setup, and suddenly
That's how you pass.
I've been way more consistent and way safer. Setup isn't magic, but it can do a lot for you. Three minutes to go, 2 or 3 laps.
Car on. Clear.
The thing is, when you're in a multi-class race, even if you're trundling around on your own, there's still other lower class cars to overtake to entertain yourself.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
Yeah, I've got about 5 laps of fuel left with about 2 laps of race left. Yeah, 2 laps. This is the Alpha Tauri.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Oh, there's been a death.
Come on, guys.
You got a slow car on the left.
Yep. Damaged aero right from the start.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
This guy just had a big crash, so they're suddenly right in front of me. Yep. Well, I'm down on top speed anyway. There was an incident before it even started.
Car on your left. White flag this time.
I got completely cornered there. There was nothing I could
Left
do.
side. Clear on the left.
Yeah, this guy isn't too badly damaged, so... I mean, it doesn't help that I just got stuck in between a pair of GTs. But...
Slow car ahead. Car stopped ahead. Car right.
I'm having that.
Clear on the right. Car right.
Yes, I saw that.
Clear on the right.
Bloody hell, that was ridiculous. I had dirty air. Alright. I was paying attention to my own little skid that was happening. Bollocks, that's the end. Little too eager. Just a little bit too eager. I could have had that.
Come there, fly! Pay fucking attention!
You got a slow car on the right. Car stop on the left. Alright, there's the checkered flag. Great job, you did really well.
Did I though? Oh boy. Oh, that was a race. Ah, I could have had him on the back straight if I hadn't made that last mistake. See, I just got a little tiny bit too eager on the power. You can see the sudden correction. Yep, just a little too much. Oh boy, right. Nope. Yeah, that's what happened at the start. Okay, so what happened is this guy almost hits the guy in front of them and slams on the brakes. So I run into the back of them, so these two guys both run into the back of me. Oops. Yeah, it basically started when this guy nearly went... Like, I think this guy went too early, then realised they were about to go into the back of this guy, stepped on the brakes, and then I step on the brakes, not quite quickly enough, and then I get bumped in the back end, and that'll be the one that did me the damage. I don't think the front end collision was hard enough to have done anything particularly major, but that will have done. Wonder if I had any bad camber at the end. Anyway, that was a race. I think that the thing that might be going wrong with the fuel is that my fuel calculator, yes, is adding an extra lap over what I really need, because I set it up like that for Bathurst, so I had enough fuel to go around the track again and do the jump. But yeah, anyway, that was a race. How did I do? FF? Yep, double F. That's a shame. How many instants did I get in the end? 7, I was absolutely right. And dropped a little bit of I rating. That's fine. Like, after the bump at the start, that's probably about the best I could have done. Right, anyway, that was a race. It was a pretty decent race. Or if you are on, if you're on YouTube, that was my sim. Yeah, anyway, right, race done. The 12 hours is tomorrow, starting at 12 o'clock.